Welcome back to 5 Minute Fridays. This is a topic I'm surprised. I think this is the first time I've talked about it, and I'm kind of shocked this is the first time I'll talk about it, but we're going to talk about the difference between player development at the collegiate level and player engagement at the NFL, because that's what a lot of people ask me about. So we're going to start the timer right here at 5 Minute Fridays. All right, so let's talk about it. Okay. Player development at the collegiate level and player development and player engagement at the NFL level. I have great relationships on both sides. I did it at the collegiate level, never done it at the NFL level. Had a couple interviews at the NFL level, got to see the roles at the NFL level. And let's start here. I will say this before I get into it. Last time I did it was 62% of people in the NFL have collegiate experience. Okay. And it's probably up. I'm gonna do the study here in the summer when I nerd out. But I just want to start off there. A lot of you all are in college and you're like, hey, well, I want to go to the NFL. A lot of people in the NFL were in college. All right, so now let's talk about the role. So when you're in college, there are some things that you have to do. And once again, I have this from experience. I'll talk about the NFL from the close relationships I have. But number one, you're in college, academics. You're dealing with academics, right? You're going to be the academic liaison. You're dealing with academics. You got academic meetings. You got to make sure that this player is eligible, right? Number two, you're dealing with a campus environment. You're dealing with campus environment. You're going to be with housing. You're going to have to be more hands-on in their living experience, right? Number three, just the age difference, right? You got someone between 16 and 24. That is a tough, that can be tough as people are growing. Brains aren't fully formed. And so you're dealing with that as well. Number four, whatever number, I can't remember. You have a head coach that you're going to, like the head coach. And when I worked in player development, the head coach was who we're going to. If he wanted me there, I was there. If he wanted me fired, I was gone, right? If he wanted something, it got done. If he didn't, it didn't get done, right? And so there's a lot there in college. There's even more. You're on call. You feel like you're on call, like you are on call. Even vacations, I've been hit up on my honeymoon. I've been hit up vacations. You're on call because you're dealing with a younger group of players, right? Now, you're going to have a lot of campus relationships. There's a lot of people you can help with. You're most likely going to be in a role by yourself. There isn't in the college level, there's no framework. There's no, hey, this is how we do things in this role. At the conference level or at the NCAA level, some people are working on that. And if anybody wants me to help with that, I would love to. And that's that. Now, let's talk about NFL because y'all probably want to hear more about the NFL. Number one, you don't have to deal with academics. There is an academic aspect. You're helping players if they want to go back and get their education, but you're not in the meetings as much as possible. One thing that I've heard from people in the role is that you are now dealing with families. Like, it is not just a player in college. It was just like, I'm dealing with the player. I still have relationships with the families, but I don't have to dive into different things. There are people in the role in the NFL who have to find spouses, jobs, have to help spouses find a place to live, right? That's nothing I would have ever dealt with at the collegiate level, right? I'm trying to do, I should have wrote it down, but it's 5 Minute Fridays. We're going from hip on this. I talked about answering to a head coach. In the NFL, you're answering to a GM, and then that's a business structure. There are things there, right? There are things there. There are people I know who work in that role who have had a coach fired and they still can keep their job, or they've been let go and they have a contract that they got to get paid out, right? That is a business. That is more of a business model. The role in the NFL is in the CBA, the player CBA, the collective bargaining agreement. So every team has that role. In college, every team doesn't have that role. I talked about being on call at college. Most of my colleagues right now, as I'm recording this, are on their 5-week break, right? Which they need because it's a grind. Their 5-week break. And I mean like break, like no phone, can't hit me up. I'm on break. And shout out to them, right? That's nothing that you'll ever experience in college. You're dealing with staffs. A lot of them are starting to have staffs, which is different in college. There's a few schools that have staffs, but when you look at the NFL, you're starting to see more staffs grow. And it's more pertinent on the GM, the owner, and the resources they want to give to that. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. I just sat there and talked with them. They're dealing with adults. They still have, young guys whose brains still haven't fully developed. Brains haven't fully developed, but most of the team is adults. So you're dealing with the guy who might be the same age as you. He's got kids and this, that, and they're, trying to get another year, The other thing too is in the NFL, transactions, like people are there one day and they're gone. And that messes, from what I understand, with people. Like, it's tough. Someone told me that they were talking to a guy and they were like, hey man, all right, come in tomorrow, we'll get your resume started. And boom, they were gone that night, cut. and it's nothing. The transactions and just kind of the open door, who's here. So there's less stability of the roster at the NFL level. Both are great opportunities. I think you can create impact at both. I'm trying to think of everything. I'll probably have a more formal interview here, and maybe I'll interview a more formal podcast here soon about the two roles as I break down different things that I see. But there's a timer. That's the University of Houston Fight song. Hope you enjoyed it. First Fridays or 5-minute Fridays are gone. Click the link in the show notes to be a part of my Substack.